I'm Dwight Agnor, and welcome back to Mila for Dummies, Part 2. Let's quickly recap Part 1. 1. The health and wellness industry is quickly becoming the next trillion-dollar-a-year industry. 2. Omega-3s is one of the biggest players in this new trillion-dollar-a-year industry. Number 3. Mila is the holy grail of omega-3s and may very well become the most important player in the entire omega-3 market worldwide. Number 4, Mila is owned by a company called LifeMax. Number 5, LifeMax is a network marketing company. And number 6, you can become a LifeMax distributor for just $69.95. That was Part 1. Now let's talk about network marketing, and before we do, let me go on the record and tell you that when I first heard about this, all my red flags went up. I probably had the same doubts and concerns that you did, so I'm very sensitive to what I'm about to talk about now, and I understand your concerns. I did a lot of research before I got involved, and let me share the answers with you. My first concern was I considered everything about multi-level marketing to be a pyramid scheme. Well, that was left over from many, many years ago. I've had that image for many, many years, and most of you have too. It's a conception, you know, that we have, a perception, I should say, that we all have. It's wrong. Pyramids are completely against the law today. Now, back in the day, things used to happen that they weren't so good, but now, that's all gone. There's no such thing as pyramids. They're totally illegal. You see that island over there with all the yachts? That's Palm Beach, Florida. That's where Bernie Madoff lived. Bernie Madoff is in prison for the rest of his life because he ran a pyramid scheme, and you know that. So forget about that for now. The second concern I had was, and probably many of you do, that, wow, only the people that get it at the top make all the money and everybody else gets screwed down below. Not true at all. See, in a real network marketing company, you're starting your own business, and it's all about moving product. And I have people that have gotten in long after I got involved in this. I've been involved about a year. I know people have gotten in 3 months ago that are kicking my butt. So that's just simply not true. I know that people 3 years from now will get in and kick my butt. It's all a matter of how big you want to build your business. So let's put that out of the way for now. And we've all heard stories of people that got involved with network marketing companies and invested heavily and didn't make a lot of money. Well, first of all, there's not a big investment to be made here. And second of all, those stories are true. So why didn't they make any money? Well, maybe they got involved with a bad network marketing company. They do exist, you know. I mean, companies are companies. So network marketing companies are no different. Maybe their company was not financed well. LifeMax is. Maybe their companies were deeply in debt. LifeMax has no debt at all. And as I told you, it's now in its second year. In the first 12 months, LifeMax was out of debt and making money hand over fist. In fact, remember, no one had ever heard of Mila until about a year ago. And in their first 12 months, they sold over $10 million worth of Mila just by word of mouth. Not one commercial, not one advertisement. So the company's extremely strong. And the third thing is, the idea of networking is that people are passionate about your product and they want to talk about it and share it. So if you got into a company that did not have an amazing product, people wouldn't talk about it, and of course you wouldn't make much money. But here's a fact. More millionaires have been made through network marketing than any other way. So I hope that helps you to understand the things that are misconceptions that most of us have about network marketing. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on in the world today, because even if you don't get involved with us here at LifeMax, you need to know this. In 2007, when the economy started to crash and it totally collapsed in 2008, every business had to change the way they were doing business. So we're never going back, guys. The people that are still in business, that have survived so far, they found new and different ways to do business. You need to understand that. The world has changed. Now, I don't know if you realize it or not, but Pepsi-Cola did not advertise on the Super Bowl this year. That's huge. I'm older than most of you, and believe me, I've always seen Pepsi-Cola with big extravagant commercials on the Super Bowl. Michael Jackson's hair on fire, remember all those stories? And I just heard that Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, is now going to stop advertising on the Super Bowl. That's a huge change. People don't have that kind of money to advertise the way that they used to. If a new entrepreneur comes up with a world-class product like this, they don't have tens of millions of dollars to advertise with. That business model is broken. And at the same time, there's a perfect storm going on right in front of your eyes. You're a part of it. You need to understand what's happening. There's something called social networking, and it's taken the world by storm. You probably have a Facebook page. 50 million people have Facebook pages. You probably have hundreds of friends on your Facebook page. So does everybody else. And I bet none of you had a Facebook page just 2 or 3 years ago. That's an explosion of a whole new thing called network marketing. And the business world today is figuring out how to put their advertising and promotional dollars into cracking in to network marketing. Now that only works if you have a world-class product, and let me give you an example. I live here, 1 block up the street. Beautiful condo, beautiful pool. My neighbor is named Susan. Her girlfriend was over for the weekend. We're at the pool together. And Susan is raving on and on with her girlfriend about Victoria's Secret shampoo and conditioner and how amazing it is. Now, I don't care about shampoo or conditioner. I'm a bald, middle-aged man, but I couldn't help it over here. And when I went upstairs, I said to my girlfriend, honey, Susan's been going on and on about Victoria's Secret shampoo and conditioner. You know anything about it? She said no. End of conversation. Next thing I know, 1 week later, in our bathroom, on the sink, you got it. Victoria's Secret's shampoo and conditioner. She loved it. She bought it for her mother and for her sister for their birthdays. I don't know how many of her girlfriends she told it about. I don't know how many more people Susan told about it. I don't know how many people ended up purchasing Victoria's Secret shampoo and conditioner just because Susan loved it and was passionate about it and was networking it. That's what network marketing is. Something you're passionate about and that you love. It is not sales. That was a big thought I had. I do not want to be a salesperson. First thought I had. I'm not going to sell this. Well, I don't want anybody to think of me as a salesperson, and maybe you don't either. You don't sell this. All the challenge is for you to do is to get it into people's hands and get them to try it. And the best way to do that is just to simply send them to myplanbworks.com. I told you about that website. myplanbworks.com. I made that website so that distributors could send their friends there and hear all these people talk about this. And once people hear about this, they want to try it. And once they try it, Mila does all the work. After a few weeks of trying it, people say, I love this, how do I get it? And they've told all their friends about it, etc., etc. That is networking. Guys, if you got a problem with the word network marketing, get over it. It is the new business model. Now, if you don't change the way you think now, and you keep doing things the way you're doing them right now, where do you think you're going to be 5 or 10 years from now? Probably just about where you are now. If you want to get ahead, you got to get hip. Things have changed. I'll give you one last example. I read recently on the internet, Donald Trump was on a talk show. I don't know which one. I forgot. I don't even know if the story's true, but I read it. There were several stories about Donald Trump on this talk show. You can check it out. And Donald Trump was on his talk show. The host says to him, hey, what would you do if you lost all of your money? Donald Trump said, I would start a network marketing company. And the audience started to boo-hoo him and laugh at him. And when they stopped booing and laughing, Donald Trump said, that's why you're sitting down there and I'm sitting up here. Boom, boom. Why? The people in the audience were living in the past with their preconceived notions. They didn't have any experience or any knowledge, just their thought process about what he meant by network marketing. Donald Trump was living in the here and now because he knows what's going to happen in the future. Now, you need to get hip to what's happening now and in the future. This is the most amazing opportunity you will ever have in your lifetime. Network marketing is a beautiful thing. It creates residual income. I live on my residual income. Every week I get paid, and it's growing every week, and a few years from now I'll never have to work again, but my business will keep growing because more and more people will share it with more and more people, etc., etc. That's the way to retire at a younger age and be able to enjoy your life and never have to worry about money again. So I hope you'll look into that and take it seriously and give this a real try. I'm Dwight Agner. I'll see you at Mila for Dummies Part 3, and we'll talk about the most often asked questions about Mila. See you there.